Hello. I am filming this video much less high energy than I normally am, and that is because I am so ill. I've had this horrible, I don't even know what it is, coughing illness for the past probably close to 2 weeks now, which is a little bit concerning. I feel like this is the type of thing that you would normally hope would go away in about a week, and also would be something that would get better over time, which this doesn't seem to be doing. All I want to be doing right now is getting into bed and sleeping, but we can't be doing that because I have a lot of prep to do. Literally in 48 hours time, less than, I am going on a trip that I've been looking forward to literally all year, and I need to be in good shape for it. Even if on the inside I feel awful, I'm kind of hoping that by making the outside of me feel a little bit better, I will then feel better as a result. So I'm gonna try and push through how I'm feeling, and we're gonna try and do my full glow up routine. I have done so many of these videos by this point. I hope you're not getting bored of them in any way, but they are still one of my favorite types of videos to film, and the fact that you guys enjoy watching them as well is just a double win. But we are gonna do a little bit of a twist on like a regular glow up today, because I'm going to try and tally up exactly how much this entire glow up process costs. And this is also going to be an entirely at home DIY glow up. I'm not going out for any appointments or salon visits or anything like that. I'm literally doing every step of this glow up myself. So by 2 days time, I'm hoping that I'm going to be transformed. I've got myself a hay tea, obviously, to give myself some energy for the day. I definitely need it, especially since I'm not feeling great, but I'm so excited to do all of these steps. So let's get started. The very first thing that I need to get done is my nails. I can't remember the last time that I had my bare nails. This feels very strange. I had a full set of nails when I left for that trip, and then literally 2 days ago when I was coming home, I had the most nightmare journey home. My flight was delayed overnight, and then it genuinely took me 24 hours to get home on a flight that was like an hour and 20 minutes. It was so nuts. And throughout the whole process of that, I managed to pull off about half of my nails. So last night I just got rid of all of the remaining bits and cleaned them up a little bit, so now I have a completely blank canvas to work with. I haven't quite decided what I want to do for my nails yet. I know that I'm going to do quite long oval nails, and I obviously also want to do something somewhat summery. I would do something colourful, but the only thing is that the outfits that I have packed for this trip are all different colours, and I really want the nails that I do to match all of them, because I was kind of tempted to do like maybe turquoise or coral or something like that. But yeah, as I say, I want it to be able to match everything that I wear, so I don't know. But I thought while we were doing nails, we could do a face mask. So I actually have 4 different packs of face masks. These are all from Biodance. Biodance face masks are genuinely some of the best ones on the market. They are absolutely incredible. I actually did an ad for these. Was it for these or was it for the, no, it's for the jelly serum. This one here, which I have on my desk, and you can see how much of this I've got through. It is genuinely that good. But yeah, these are so good. These are one of my favorite ones. These are the PDRN. But then we also have Radiant Vita Niacinamide, which I think is for like glowy skin. We have Hydrating Collagen and Refreshing Sea Kelp. Haven't tried this one before. I think I'm between maybe these two. Should we do Hydrating? I haven't tried these ones, but the thing about these is that they stay on for a long time. Like you leave these on for like 4 hours, maybe more, until they go completely clear. I get the feeling I will not be leaving this on for 4 hours. I'm basically just going to leave it on until I've finished with my nails. But given I'm going to be sitting there doing my nails for a while, I thought we could, you know, double up on the self-care. So this is what the mask looks like inside. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to talk with this on is the only thing, because they definitely like slip off your face until they start to dry. But what I've found really helps with these masks is if when you put them on, you kind of cut them down a bit to fit your face. So we're just going to put this on like this. Wow, that feels incredible. I actually love, I mean, Korean skincare in general, but Biodance especially, so good. Honestly, if you have a Pure Soul near you, just go and have a mooch around in there. I honestly thought that everything in there was going to be super expensive, because obviously they have to like import it, but everything is actually surprisingly not too bad. So we've got the mask on. I'm going to trim it down using these scissors. I'm going to be really careful right now. I don't want to injure myself. There and there. You just want it all to be like as flat as possible on your skin. Gosh, sorry. I feel like I'm speaking like ASMR right now because every time I speak loudly or like push my voice, I just start coughing. So it's going to be quite a chill video, I think. But anyway, that mask is on, and the longer that I leave it, it says on here 3 to 5 hours, but the longer I leave it, the more clear it will get and the better it will be for my skin. But it's quite nice to know that while I do my nails, I'll be doing something good for my skin too. So let's make a start on our nails. First thing I'm going to put on are these UV lamp gloves. I haven't really researched it, but I have seen that UV light can be quite damaging for your skin. So having these just protects from the UV light. And then these are the false nails that I'm going to use. I have over time like switched between using press-on tips and then doing biab or acrylic, and then other times using false nails. But recently I've been loving false nails just because firstly they're way quicker, because obviously you don't have to spend ages like sculpting and filing to make sure that like the biab is like even everywhere. You can just stick them on. They also look a lot more natural, I think, I find, because they're thinner, and also they're much easier to just glue back on if they come off, whereas if you break a gel nail, it's really hard to make it look like it like hasn't been broken, if that makes sense. So yeah, these are the nails I'm going to use. I've been umming and ahhing about using like a, you know, those like tray things that you can stick your nails onto and do them before you put them on your nails, or whether to just put them straight on, but I think I'm just going to put them straight on because it'll take a lot longer to do the other way. So I'm just going to figure out the sizes for each nail. I am running out of some sizes in here, so hopefully I've got everything I need. I can feel that this mask is slipping. But yeah, let's stick these on and then we can decide what style we're going to do. So the way I like to do it is I like to figure out the sizing and then lay them all out so that I can put them on all at the same time rather than doing like one at a time. One thing I will say about this is if in doubt, size up, because when it's too small, that's when it's more likely to come off. I am going to have to file down this one because I'm literally in between sizes, and the one that's too big is just a little bit too big. So now that I've got all my sizes laid out on my desk, I'm going to take some of these alcohol wipes and I'm just going to clean my nails. This will hopefully mean that the nails last a lot longer. As I say, last night I kind of prepped the nails and filed them down and stuff, so they're pretty much ready to go. But yeah, this will just get rid of like if you have any lotion or dirt or anything like that on your nails, this will just get rid of that so you have a really clean base. And now I can take my nail glue and start gluing these on. And while you're gluing, you want to make sure that you're not getting any air bubbles in there. So if in doubt, again, use more glue than you think you might need. And the way I like to do it is I start at the kind of, at the cuticle, and then I push it down, kind of like that. And that makes it easier to get rid of the air bubbles. Okay, first hand is done. Let's do the other one. And now that both hands are done, I'm going to buff them down into the shape that I want. To be honest, I'm probably going to keep it pretty much the same. I'm very happy with this length and shape. But I'm also going to just buff the surface of each nail because I sometimes find that this helps the polish to stick a little better, just because it has like more to grip to. Also, putting these on took so much longer than I thought it would. I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute task. Probably took me about 20 minutes, just because I'm so picky about like getting all the bubbles out. That was what took so long. Okay, the nails are all buffed down, so we basically have a blank canvas ready for the polish. So let's go on Pinterest and find a design. This is the fun bit, although I am going to have to keep it relatively simple because now that these are glued on, I am going to have to be able to do my right hand with my left hand, which isn't my dominant hand. So I don't want to do anything too complicated. I do already have a nail ideas board saved on Pinterest, but loads of these are very complicated. Like this is one of the designs that I have saved. Yeah, we won't be able to do that. Oh, I'm obsessed with these. How cool. I love the colours, but again, I do not have the skills for that. So, I'd love to do something like fun and colourful, but I literally just don't have the skills. I could always try to do a hibiscus flower. Ooh, because I do have some of the like 3D gel stuff that you need to build the flowers, and I have done that before. Only thing is, would I be able to do it on my right hand? That's another question. Oh my god, I also love these. How unreal. I also have to be quite careful of what style I go for because I don't actually know what colours I have. I think I have lots of pastels, but not many like bright colours. The other thing I'm tempted by is literally just a simple like turquoise French tip, but then it won't match all my outfits. But also, who cares? Like, I feel like I always think about things matching and they don't always have to. Like, how fun would it be to just do something like that? Let me see if I've got a turquoise, actually. I feel like I do. God, my nail polish drawer is actually a mess. Okay, I have... Are you kidding? That is literally the first bottle that I opened. Completely by chance. Is that a sign? I feel like it might be. I also have like a nice mint green type colour. Although that I'm not so keen on. This is literally the first one that I opened. Oh, I love it. Do I do a French tip? Oh, I'm tempted. It is so summery. Or, oh my god, I could do loads of different colours of French tip. Kind of similar to what I had for, I think it was Ibiza, because I have a baby yellow. Obviously this like turquoisey colour. Lilac. Literally the perfect corally colour. Pink and blue. Okay, you know what I've decided? I'm going to just start doing the base coat and like the nude natural colour, and then I can have a play around with the colours and see what I'm feeling. So first I'm going to use this base coat. Oh, I actually need to get my UV lamp out as well. Here it is. For the base colour, I'm going to use this one. Please ignore all the bottles of these polishes. They are so gross. I just chuck everything into this one drawer in my desk. I really don't have any organisation, so all of them are like covered in polish, which is not the nicest. The other thing about this polish is that it's a little bit temperamental. Sometimes it has these like little dried up bits of polish in here, which obviously make the base not smooth, so hopefully this is going to be fine. I really need to get a new base colour because I like this one, but I don't love it. It's a little bit too nude for my liking. I feel like I need a base that's a bit more pinky, but it'll do the job. Right, the fact that this mask is pretty much dry tells you how long I have been working on these nails. Oh my goodness. But I've done the base coat. I did 2 coats of this like nudie one, and then I did 1 coat of this smiley gel polish, which I got in a set of 2, which said that it was for French tips. So 1 was white and 1 was pink, which is exactly what I wanted. But look how sheer this is. This is basically a clear polish with a little bit of pink. Which was a bit disappointing. I really need to try and find like a good base coat. I just can't find the colour that I like. But anyway, it kind of worked well with the nude one because it made it a little bit more pink rather than nude. But now we can give the French tip a go. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to do all of them different colours or whether to do just the kind of turquoisey colour, or whether to do something natural. I really can't decide. But I thought, just to see how it looks, I can take a little small brush and give it a go with the turquoise one, because that's definitely my favourite colour. And if I was to do just French tips in one colour, I think it would probably be turquoise. So let's give it a go. I also don't have the right type of brush for this, so hopefully this is fine. Okay. I mean, it's a rough idea, but there we have one turquoise French tip. Do I like it? Doesn't help that I'm literally the least decisive person ever. Like, even when I go and get my nails done, I'm always like changing my mind on what I like or saying I want a certain thing and then realizing I don't like it. And I feel like it's like when you get your nails done or when you do your nails, like you're committing to that because they last for a few weeks. So So if I decide I don't like this, then I'm kind of screwed. Oh God, I'm so stuck. I don't know what to do. Okay, let's try on one of the other nails doing a different color. Let's try the coral, obviously. Let's see. It's just such a nice shade of coral. Oh my gosh. It's literally like my favorite shade of coral. I'm literally just gonna do this so quickly so I can see. Doesn't help that my hands are really shaky because of my matcha. Oh my God, look! How cute. Oh God, what do I do? Maybe I do them all different colours. Oh, but then it's even harder to match it to outfits. I really can't decide. Okay, I'm going to try one more colour. Oh, that looks so cute. I might do them all different colours. I feel like I've got so many nice colours. This is a very summery trip that I'm going on. And nails are supposed to be fun. Like, literally what is the fun in doing the same style over and over? Oh my God. It has literally been like 3 hours, if not longer, total that I've spent on these nails. This mask has gone completely clear. I can't even move because of this mask. I'll take it off in like 2 minutes. But I genuinely think these are the best nails I've ever done. I love them so much. So, do you want to see? Ta-da! Oh my God, look at them. Aren't they so cute? I actually love the colours. I love like the order that the colours have gone in. I am genuinely so proud of them. Which thank goodness, because the fact that I spent like 3.5 hours on them is crazy. But the mask is done, the nails are done. So let's take this off. Are we ready to see how glowy it's made my skin? Okay. Oh my goodness, look at my forehead. Oh, I swear, these masks, honestly, nothing beats them. They are so good. So we've got skincare done, nails done. So next on the list, you could already see this coming. We do this in every single glow up video. Today is no different. We are going to dye my hair. We're going back to the L'Oreal Casting Cream Gloss hair dye. I mix between this dye and the Garnier Good hair dye. Is that what it's called? I went off this one a little bit more recently because I realised that this one didn't really seem to stick to my roots, whereas the other one did. But the last time, or the last few times actually, that I used the Garnier one, that also didn't stick to my roots. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I don't think it's a problem with this dye in particular. I think it's actually something to do with my hair. But today I think I'm going to try a slightly different technique. What I'm going to do is something that I've been scared to do in the past. But honestly, I don't really know how else to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and start off by just putting it on my roots and then leaving it on for way longer than I think I need to, and then putting it on the rest of my hair. That's the plan, because yeah, I just don't know what's going on. I looked it up on TikTok the other day, and it said that it's because obviously if you dye your hair or like use heat on your hair or whatever, the lengths, like the end bits of your hair are going to be more damaged than your roots, because obviously the roots are like fresh new hair, and so the dye sticks better to like slightly damaged hair, which makes sense. But I swear the first few times that I dyed my hair at home, it stuck to the roots perfectly. So I'm not quite sure what's happening there, but we're going to give it another go. I don't know whether to put this on wet hair or dry hair, because sometimes it says different things, but on here it seems to say, if I've coloured in the last 3 months, apply in sections to damp hair. Let me go dampen my hair, and I'm also going to put on something else because I don't want to stain this top ginger. So this is the before of the hair. Again, I really like, oh my goodness, I had it in braids the other day. That's why it's gone all crazy. But yeah, I really like the colour of the ends, but it is just the roots that need a little bit of love. It's not actually that bad. Like even if the dye doesn't stick on the roots, it won't be the end of the world, but just would be nice to have it all be the same colour. So I've got my little spritzing bottle. Let's, if it's gonna work. This bottle is very temperamental. Sometimes it works and then sometimes it doesn't. I just lightly wet my hair in the shower instead. That seemed like it was going to be quicker, but let's mix this all together. is the scary part. Oh, okay, that is overflowing. Ah. I think I'm going to start with the roots at the top so that it has the longest amount of time to like stick to the roots, and then I'm going to move down to the like underneath bits that aren't as important. We're literally just going to go like this along the root. And I also have a brush, which hopefully will mean that I won't get a line when it's on. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to like apply it right to the root, but I'm going to kind of blend it down and try not to worry too much about it like being perfect, because that will make it look more natural, you know? And I'll also do the front to start off with as well, because obviously that bit's very visible too. Hope you can kind of see what I'm doing. Oh, got it on my face. Right then, okay. I'm also going to try not to worry too much about getting it on my skin, because I always really worry about getting it on my skin. And then I end up not getting it like right to the edges. I also much prefer this applicator. The other applicator in the good, like the Garnier one, is like a kind of wooden spatula, which just means that you can't be very precise with it. Like I love with this one that you get the squeezy tube, because it just means that you can like get right in there. Also, loving using a brush. Never used a brush before, and this may be slightly game-changing, I'm not gonna lie, because it feels like you can get it further in. Okay, so that's the roots that we can see done. So I should probably do the same at the back. Don't know how I'm gonna do this, because obviously I just can't see the back, so we're just gonna have to go off how it feels. It's also much harder to tell where you've got it on when it's wet, because obviously if you're applying it when your hair is dry, you can feel which bits are wet and which bits aren't, but to be fair, I don't really care about the back. I can't see it, so therefore it's none of my business. Let's do these underneath bits too. Oh, no, that went on my joggers. I'm literally being so messy with this. Let me get it off my joggers. Shoot. That is going to stain. You know what? Let me actually get that off now, because I'm going to regret that. Oh, I should also be keeping track of what time it is. Okay, 43. Nice. I remember the first time I did this, I was so like stressed about it and worried that I was going to like mess it up, and I was so careful, and now I'm just like, you know what? Just get on my head. I'm actually making such a mess. This is crazy. I'm literally just making this up. I also feel like you get more dye in this one. Like I do often find myself running out of the Garnier one, whereas this one, well, she says, imagine now I run out of it. Yeah, this one I just feel like you get more. Okay, so I think I've got that all over the roots. It feels pretty saturated. So I'm gonna leave that for 15 minutes and I will be back to do the rest. Oh my God, wait, I swear I forget this every single time. I'm gonna put some on my eyebrows. Every time that I do my hair, I always forget to do my eyebrows. Again, the first time I did this, I was like so meticulous with it and took ages, and now I'm just like, just get it on there, it'll be fine. I feel like this type of hair dye is weirdly quite forgiving. Like it does kind of, well, come off your skin and kind of goes how you want it to go. I don't know, maybe that's famous last words. Maybe now it's going to go terribly wrong, but I also don't want my brows too gingery, so I'm not fussed if this doesn't actually do much. When it comes to eyebrows, I'm constantly debating whether to get a brow lift. Is that what it's called? A brow lamination. That's what it's called. Because I can never quite decide if I like it. I think if it's done well, it's really nice. Like I'm not talking about the like crazy fluffed up brow effect, but like sometimes the look of a completely natural brow where the hairs are kind of not fully in place, I actually quite like that. So I worry about getting a brow lift and then just being like, I wasted a ton of money and time on this and don't even like it. You know, I actually really wanted to get a lash lift for this video as well. I thought that would have been so good. That would have meant I'd have to go to like an appointment because I would not be doing that myself. I did a lash lift for myself years ago, literally during lockdown, and it made my entire face swell up. So I would not be doing that at home. That's one thing that I think I've decided I will never do at home again because, yeah, as much as I'm a DIY girl, I don't want my face swelling up. So yeah, I really wanted to get a lash lift for this video and for this holiday, but I left it too late to book, of course, in classic Flo style. And obviously with a lash lift, you have to get a patch test as well, like 48 hours before the thing. And I'm just not organised enough for that type of stuff. Unfortunately, I wish that I was. But also, who wants to travel like upwards of half an hour to just go and get a patch test and then come home? Like, that is so long. I want to just be able to walk in and get a lash lift done on the day, you know? Anyway, now I am going to leave this for 15 minutes and I'll be back to do the rest. Okay, it's been on for 15 minutes, so I'll put the gloves back on and do the rest. I really hope that this is going to turn out all right, because yeah, just the last few times that I've done it, it really hasn't stuck to my roots, and I really want to have nice ginger roots for this trip. So I don't know, we'll have to see, but let's pop this on. So satisfying. Something else that I really like about this dye is that it's like a dye gloss, so it's not as heavy duty, I think, as like a regular dye. So hopefully this will just make my hair look really nice and shiny as well. There's still so much dye in this bottle. This is great. I feel like I don't have to worry about like rationing it like I sometimes do with the other one. I can't lie, my hair feels so full of dye. It feels really heavy, but I think that's a good sign because it means that I've literally used up all of it. Also, while I leave this to absorb, I wasn't 100% sure if I was able to say what I'm basically glowing up for, but I just texted Sabina to make 100% sure and she said that it's fine. So, I mean, I might have put it in the title. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I am glowing up for Sabina's hen do in Mykonos, which is actually crazy. I can't believe that it's already here, because literally the first time that I heard about this trip was honestly probably last year. Like, I have been looking forward to this trip for so long. I've never been to Mykonos before either, and everyone who I know who's been says that it's absolutely insane. Like, very party vibes, very like bougie, but just the best type of trip. And when I say that Sabina's home friends have put together the most insane itinerary ever, with dress codes, themes, literally every second is filled with doing just so many fun things. I'm not even kidding. Like, I am so excited. I genuinely think that this trip is going to be one that I never forget. And I'm so excited to be celebrating Sabina and kicking off the wedding celebrations. It's actually crazy. So that's part of the reason why I just want to feel my best, is because like we're going to Mykonos, we're going to be going out, getting full glammed. I'm just so excited. But yeah, I obviously didn't want to mention it in the video until I got the green light from Sabina, because it's obviously her trip. But yeah, I'm so excited. And we literally leave on Tuesday and today is Sunday, so got a lot to do. I think it's time to wipe the dye off my eyebrows. I'm assuming it's not going to have done much because I've only left it on for maybe like 5-10 minutes, but I quite like it to still look natural, you know? Perfect. And it didn't stick to my skin either. Later on, I think I'm going to give my brows a little bit of attention. I'm going to like pluck them and trim them a bit so they look nice and fresh, but I'm very happy with how that's turned out. If that was the colour of my roots, I'd be happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't all have to look super ginger, but I just hate when there's a dark line. It's so bizarre. I just wish that it would stick better to my roots, because it definitely did the first few times I did it, which is so confusing. But it's been on the rest of my hair for about 10 minutes now, so I think it's time to wash it off. I'm so excited. I also forgot that we obviously have to tally up the prices of everything that I'm using in the shower as well. So for shampoo number 1, I'm going to use the Wella Ultimate Repair shampoo. And then for my second shampoo, I'm going to use the Kerastase Gloss Absolute shampoo. I've probably got through about 5 bottles of this. I absolutely love it. This range, honestly, everything from it is perfect. It's so good. I'm scared I'm getting dye on my top. Eek! I really should have taken this off. Then I'm going to use just some of the L'Oreal Glycolic Gloss. Oh, that's the shampoo, but I'm going to use the conditioner. And then finally, I'm going to use the Casting Cream Gloss from the dye. Don't know if you have to use this, but I feel like given it's in the instructions, I probably should. So that's what I'm going to do. And I can't wait to see what it looks like. Guys, It's looking good. Ah! It looks like it has finally stuck to my roots. I'm just going to have to try and remember what I did differently this time so that I do that every time. But before I blow dry my hair, I thought we could clean up my eyebrows a little bit because I don't think that will take me too long. And I'm going to do my classic technique that I always do, which is to get an eyeliner and draw out the shape of my eyebrows. It actually makes me look crazy, but oh god, that's the thing I use that has dye on it. It just works so well to make your eyebrows look really fresh and clean. So let me fill them in and then we can clean them up. This one's definitely my favourite. This one looks a little bit bare, but when they're filled in, I think they'll look good. Let's do the hair. Oh, I mean, not my best look, but look at those roots. Yes! Oh my god. Maybe I'm going to have to go back to using this hair dye again because this worked so much better. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It's not even dry yet, and look at how good those roots look. They actually look perfect. Right, I'm gonna have to go back to using this hair dye again because that has done such a good job. For hair products, I'm firstly gonna use a little bit of the Kerastase Gloss Absolute Frizz Glaze Cream. This is like a leave-in conditioner, and it's also obviously part of the Kerastase gloss range, which is just my favorite thing ever. Then I'm gonna use some of the Lush Super Milk. To be honest, I don't actually know what this does. I just know that it smells incredible. And then finally, a little bit of the Aveda One For All leave-in elixir. Okay, now I'm going to blow dry it with my Dyson and I'll be back to show you the results. Hair reveal. Oh my goodness. It's perfect. I am so happy with how this has turned out. I can't even tell you. The fact that you can't even see like a line of where the new dye went on and like the old dye started is crazy. The only thing I will say is it's a little bit vibrant for my liking just right now. Like for some reason around the hairline here, it's kind of gone slightly, very, very slightly cherry red, which is the only thing that I don't love about having ginger hair. Is I always want my ginger hair to look natural, and when it's like pinky red, I feel like it doesn't look as natural. So yeah, it's done that a tiny bit, but literally only just on these bits here. And also I feel like ginger hair fades so quickly anyway that this is going to be the colour that I want it in literally no time. Like I reckon one more wash and this will probably be the perfect colour. But honestly, this is the best hair dye job that I think I've done in a while. I don't know what it was. The last few times that I dyed my hair, it just wasn't working properly. I was getting loads of lines in my hair. It wasn't sticking to the roots. But this time, this has literally turned out exactly how I want it. Like the colour is just so even, which I'm very, very happy with. So that has been a success. The brows look great. The nails are really cute. I feel like we've done most of the stuff we need to do for kind of presentation stuff. The only other like looks related thing that I need to do is fake tan my face, because my body is a really nice level of tan, but because I wear SPF factor 50 on my face anytime that I'm away on holiday, my face is obviously just way lighter than my body. And I did fake tan my face like 2 nights ago, but I feel like it's still not dark enough to match my body, which is crazy because normally I fake tan my face in winter and it looks really dark. So that just shows how much of a tan I've got, and I haven't even gone away on this trip yet. But yeah, the tan I'm going to use is this one. It's the Isle of Paradise self-tanning water spray. So you just put this on at night, spray it on, you don't even have to blend it in, and you wake up with a tan. So I'm going to do that tonight, and then I'll see you tomorrow to do all the final bits that we need to do. I'm already feeling so much better. I've got fresh hair, fresh nails, fresh brows, skincare done. So I will see you tomorrow for the final few bits. Hello, hello. It's the next day and I have a nice fresh cup of lemon and honey because, believe it or not, I am feeling even worse today, which is wonderful. I did end up going to the doctor's earlier this afternoon, and thank goodness he told me that there's nothing super wrong with me. I'm not like ill. I don't have like bronchitis or something like that, which is something I was a little bit worried about. And he thinks that it will go away on its own. So I feel like that's lifted a weight a little bit because I was a bit worried about going away because I was like, if I've got something really bad, then maybe I shouldn't be going away. But yeah, it seems like it's completely fine and it should just resolve itself by itself. That sounded weird to say. I think that was the right way to say that. So the day has absolutely flown by today. It's already 4:30 p.m. and I wanted to be asleep by 9 because we have to be at the airport tomorrow at 6 a.m. Don't think that's going to be happening, but I have gone down and collected all my parcels with my clothes in. I'm not super happy with the outfits, I'm going to be real with you. There's one that I love and then the others I'm a bit not sure about, so I'm going to have to bring some backups, but I still need to pack. There's still some bits that I need to prepare for the Hindu as well, some bits that I need to put together, so I feel like I have lots to do in not very much time, but I wanted to film the final little bit of this glow up, which is obviously makeup. And this is the bit which is probably gonna make a dent in the amount of money that this video is going to cost. I filmed a makeup video the other day which was tallying up exactly how much my makeup routine costs. This was for TikTok and it was so much more than I expected. So I'm a little bit scared about this, but I'm not going to do anything too crazy, just my kind of natural everyday makeup, but let's tally it all up. I really need to get a new one of these moisturizers because I am almost out. And honestly, I don't think I've ever loved a moisturizer as much as this one. This is the Tatcha Dewy Milk Moisturizer. It is expensive, so sorry about that, but it honestly is just so good. It makes your skin look so glowy. Next, we're going to use the Sashi Beauty Lip Stain. I actually need to buy a new one of these. I'm kind of hoping that they have it at the airport because I'm almost out. But again, this is just something that I can't imagine doing my makeup routine without now. I did also, as promised, fake tan my face last night, so I feel like I've definitely got a good glow. Yeah, you can really tell because this base, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter that I always use, is literally the same colour as my skin. And normally whenever I wear this, this is my like summer shade, which makes me look nice and tanned. So the tan has definitely worked. I don't feel like I need too much of this, to be honest. I am so happy with how my skin is at the moment. I feel like I haven't had a perioral dermatitis flare up in a while, which was honestly a really big thing for me at one point. I mean, it really does come and go, so who knows, maybe she'll be back. I honestly don't know what sets it off either, which is the worst bit because I'm like, I could be using a product that makes it really bad without even knowing. But yeah, I'm just really happy that my skin is behaving, because obviously, especially when you go away on holiday, you don't tend to wear as much makeup, so I quite like that my skin is being my friend. Although I don't know how long that's gonna last because I'm 90% sure that I am due to start my period literally any day now, which is just so classic. Like, I feel like your body just knows when you're going away on holiday and then goes, yeah, let's give you your period. It's brilliant. Honestly, it's not even just the period that like bothers me, it's the bloating. Honestly, bloating is the bane of my existence, and I have so many like anti-bloat pills and medications and stuff which are meant to help, and I don't even know if they do. But yeah, I wouldn't even mind being on my period if it wasn't for the bloating, because it just makes you feel gross, you know? Sorry, I've realized I haven't been telling you what products I'm using. This is crazy because this is also my darker shade of bronzer, and this is normally almost too dark for me, and right now it's not even that far off my skin tone. That is crazy. But this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer in the shade Caramel, and then for concealer I used the Lancome one, which I'm almost completely out of. I need to get a new one so badly because it is my favorite concealer. For blush, we're going to use the Rode Pocket Blush in the shade Freckle. Again, one of my favorite blushes ever, and I just love this shade. I think it's so nice. It almost gives you that like sun-kissed blush. It's not like it just looks very natural. It's not like an artificially type blush shade, I wouldn't say. I really like it. Okay, I think that will do for skin. I'm kind of tempted to add more concealer because at my core, I am a heavy makeup girl, but I really want this makeup to be quite light and summery, so I'm holding myself back. For powder, I'm of course using the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. And the amount of product that you get in here, like this, lasts so long. For setting spray, I'm kind of tempted to try something a little bit different. I normally use the Charlotte Tilbury one. As you can tell, it's almost out. But I've had this one sitting on my desk for ages. It's the Kaya Cosmetics That Dewy Look Luminous Setting Spray. I love a luminous setting spray, and I haven't tried this yet. I wonder what... I was thinking that that's a bit more of like a spray, like spritzer, but it's actually kind of a mist. I like that. Okay, let me get something to put over my hair because I don't want to ruin my hair. You know what? First thing that comes to hand, my pajama bottoms. They will do the job. Anything that can cover my hair, just the front bit, it'll do. Actually, that mist is so fine, I can barely feel it. Is it doing anything? I do always go overboard with setting spray, to be fair. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, look at that. I normally apply setting spray and then put a little bit of powder back on my under eyes, but that is lovely. I feel like, honestly, setting spray, do not underestimate the power of setting spray, and not even just for locking your makeup in place, for making it look natural. Like, that has just revived my skin, made it look so much more natural. Love that. I might actually be taking that away with me instead of my Charlotte Tilbury. Controversial. Okay, let's move on to the eyes. I don't know how much I want to do, so maybe let's just do mascara first and we can see how it's looking. Oh, I had a little dried up bit of my lip stain attached to the palette and I thought that one of the pans fell out. Every time I go away, I swear, something leaks, and I actively take the time to make sure that all my lids and everything like that is screwed on properly. And still, every time I arrive somewhere, I feel like I've got like cleanser that's leaked or a makeup product that's broken. I don't know, maybe I'm just not very careful with my luggage. That wouldn't surprise me. Right, for mascara, I was gonna do my YSL, but I'm actually in the mood to do brown. I think when I have a tan and when I have my ginger hair, doing a black mascara sometimes looks a little bit weird because everything is so one tone. If you have something black, it's a bit too contrasty, so I feel like the brown kind of blends better. So I'm going to use the Kylie Cosmetics mascara in, well, the brown one. I haven't used this mascara in ages. I can't remember what it's like. Okay, nice. I'd say it's quite thickening. Like, it's not a super lengthening mascara, which is what I like. I like a thickening mascara. Ooh, not mad at that. That looks really good. Okay, let's do the other eye. Do you know what's so funny? I feel like I am so last minute with everything. I just leave everything to literally the last second, including clothes, which is such a problem because then I panic order stuff at the last minute and I only have a few options of where I can order stuff from because it has to be next day delivery. And then I end up not liking my outfits, and that's exactly what's happened this time. And do you know what's so funny is genuinely 2 weeks ago, the girls were messaging in the group chat and saying, like, I can't even remember what it was, but the topic of like clothes and outfits and stuff came up. And I mentioned in the chat that I hadn't even ordered anything yet. And everyone in the chat was like, oh my God, like, you've left it so late. Like, all my outfits arrived like a month ago. And I honestly didn't even have the confidence to tell them that I still wasn't planning to order my outfits for like another week, if not more. I think I'm actually going to take off this lip stain because it's starting to peel, but is that just me? Like, I just hate doing anything before I have to. Like, even when I was in school and I had homework due, I would always leave it until genuinely like 11 p.m. the night before, and then I'd be stressed and flustered and wouldn't get it finished. Why do I do this to myself? I feel like I can only get stuff done when there's time pressure on. That's just how I work. Like, even right now, I'm meant to be sleeping in like 5 hours, and I'm leaving for the airport genuinely at like 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I'm still like, I don't need to pack yet. I have time. Oh, I need to get my life together. And it's especially funny given that so many people have told me that I give the vibe of being really like organized and put together and clean and tidy. And I mean, I'm clean, but am I tidy? Absolutely not. If you could see the state of my room right now, like I have piles of clothes on my sofa. My desk is covered in products. I'm the least organized person ever. Well, is that true? Am I doing myself a disservice? I am very organized in some ways and then very disorganized in others. One thing about me, I will always have whatever we need in my bag. If someone needs a lip product, if they need a tampon, if they need plasters, I feel like I'm someone that always has something in my bag that works. Mostly because I carry so much with me everywhere I go. Like, I am the opposite of a light packer. Also using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade in the shade Auburn. And I'm also incredibly picky about time. I used to be late to everything, and now I'm still late occasionally. But if someone tells me that we are leaving at 7:30, we better be leaving at 7:30. I get really stressed if there's a plan to go somewhere or leave somewhere at a certain time and we're not leaving on time. That is the only thing that I would say I'm super type A about. Everything else, type B to a T. Oh my God, honestly, doing my eyebrows yesterday has made such a difference. They look so much better. I do find it very hard to find products for when I have my ginger hair though. I don't know, I feel like so many ginger brow products are really red toned. They're really like pink and artificial looking. And I don't really like that. Like, I want my brows to match my hair colour. So I end up often just using brown because I can't find a shade that I like. But to be fair, this palette's quite good because it's got 2 different shades. It's got like a brown and more of a gingery one, so I can kind of mix them together. Okay, don't hate those brows. Let's use a little bit of the NYX brow gel. Also, do you know what else is crazy? I literally still have to film another YouTube video after this. I have to pack, I have to get my life together, I have to do like 3 washes and be in bed in the next 4 hours. There's also so many other things that I have to do, but it's too boring to go into all of those. But I still have to film a whole other YouTube video because I don't want to miss an upload day while I'm away, and I'm gone for literally like 2 weeks straight. The lemon and honey, I should probably actually have some, is coming in handy because I'm powering through right now. Also, I've been making my lemon and honey with Manuka honey, which is meant to be really good for you. So expensive, by the way. Like, a little jar of Manuka honey is £20. Insane. But yeah, it's meant to have loads of stuff in it that's really good for you. But I don't even like it. It has this like weird smoky taste. I'm not a fan. Okay, final bits for this makeup. Let's do some eyeliner. I'm definitely going to do brown. First one that comes to hand, Fenty Beauty. Gosh, I used to use this all the time. I wonder why I stopped. To be fair, that is the case with a lot of products, is I'll use them for ages and then I'll find something else, and there's nothing wrong with the original one that I was using, but it's just nice to try different things, isn't it? Also, when I was away in, I think it was Ibiza with the girls, we had such a long conversation about eyeliner because I have always had a very set style of eyeliner. I always make it super straight. Like, I hate when eyeliner, especially on me, is like super lifted because I feel like it just, firstly, doesn't suit my eye shape, and secondly, makes me look like 2016. I feel like it's hard to do eyeliner and make it not look kind of, yeah, 2016 vibes. The girls were telling me that I should try angling it up more because sometimes when I do my straight eyeliner, it like pulls down my face a bit. So I've been trying it and I don't know how I feel about it. What do you think? I mean, it's so subtle and you probably didn't even notice before when I was doing it the way that I was doing it. But yeah, I don't know. I find eyeliner still so hard. Like, it's one of the parts of makeup that I just really struggle with. Like, when people can do a perfect wing liner, I'm just like, I'm so impressed. Anyway, final bit, lips. So I'm going to use Kylie Cosmetics, of course, in Cool Nude. I've been really jumping around shades in the Kylie lip liners because normally I am a shade Kylie girl through and through. Like, I love that shade. My Kylie lip liner is about that big. But I think since I've got a little bit more tanned, I need a deeper shade. Like, I would never normally go for cool nude, but I feel like it works. So to finish off the lips, I'm going to use, of course, my favourite, some of the Rare Beauty blush. So funny, I haven't found a lip product that I like as much as this. I feel like it just is so natural. And I use shade Worth. I used to use shade Hope. That was my go-to, but I found it a little bit pinky. Especially when I have a tan, I think I need more nudie products rather than pinky. And I feel like this is pretty perfect. As I said, when I apply setting spray, I like to apply a little bit of a pressed powder just to the points on my face that have got a little bit shiny. So I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury in the shade, I think this is 2. Mine has been so bashed up. The mirror is broken, I've hit pan, but it's such a great powder. I will not stop using it. Okay, I think that is the makeup all done. And that is everything that I've done to glow up. We did nails, a full set with nail art at home. I dyed my hair, I dyed my eyebrows, I tanned, and obviously did a full face of makeup. I also did a pedicure on myself, which I didn't show because I'm not gonna be showing that for free, but I also did that. And honestly, I feel so much more ready for this trip now to how I felt 24 hours ago. Even though I am fighting my body right now, at least physically, I feel a little bit better. So with that being said, it is time to tally up everything from this video, and I'm a little bit scared. So everything that we did in this video came to a grand total of this. Ooh, it was an expensive one. Obviously, it does go without saying that firstly, so many of the products that I've used in this video have been gifted, and that is something that I do not take for granted. And secondly, that you definitely don't need to do all of these things in order to feel like your best self. You are more than enough without having to do all of these crazy steps. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching. If you did, then you know what to do. Please do subscribe. We've seen a little spike in subscribers recently, which is so exciting. Honestly, I'm still pinching myself every single day that this is what I get to do for my job. I just wanted to take a little moment to say thank you so much to anyone who has been making edits. I've just been seeing them everywhere, especially when there are clips in there from my YouTube. I'm honestly speechless. That is just something that I have seen happen with other creators, and seeing it happen for me is genuinely a bit mind-blowing. So if you're watching this and you're one of the editing accounts, love you. Also, of course, make sure to follow me on my other socials. I'm glambyflo pretty much everywhere, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.